Why is confession so important? Why do Japanese relationships often start with a confession? Isn't it strange to think love needs an official announcement? In many countries, love grows naturally, through time, conversations, and moments shared. But in Japan, there's often a clear moment when one person says, "I like you. Please go out with me." Why is this direct declaration so necessary? In a culture that usually values silence, indirectness, and subtle feelings, this clear step might seem surprising. Yet, it is precisely because of the Japanese tendency to avoid ambiguity that a confession becomes so important. Without it, both people might stay unsure forever, each waiting, each guessing. The confession acts as a bright signal, a way to move from uncertain feelings to a real, shared relationship. Have you ever needed to make your feelings official before a relationship could even start? Silent feelings versus verbal commitment. In many Western cultures, people often express their love without needing clear words. A touch, a look, spending time together. These actions naturally build a relationship. Feelings can grow quietly, without any formal start. But in Japan, silent feelings are not enough. Without a verbal confession, two people may remain just friends forever. It's not that Japanese people don't feel love deeply. It's that they believe important feelings should be confirmed with clear words. In a society where reading between the lines is common, making feelings explicit becomes even more meaningful. Words like, "I like you," or "please go out with me," create a clear contract, not just an emotional bond. Have you ever experienced love that stayed silent and never became real? Group harmony and clear boundaries. In Japan, maintaining group harmony is very important. People are often careful not to disturb others or create awkward situations. This cultural value affects how relationships form, too. Without a clear confession, friends and romantic interests can easily blur together. That can cause confusion, jealousy, or even conflict within a group. By clearly confessing feelings, both people know where they stand. It protects the balance of the group and prevents misunderstandings. A confession isn't just about personal feelings. It's about respecting everyone involved. In a way, saying, "I like you," is not only a personal act, but a social responsibility. Have you ever seen a situation where unclear feelings caused tension among friends? School culture and first loves. In Japan, many people's first experiences with love happen during school days. School life often encourages clear boundaries and formal steps. Even young students are familiar with the idea of confessing feelings. You might see scenes where a boy nervously hands a love letter to a girl after class, or a girl bravely asks a boy, "Will you go out with me?" behind the gym. This culture of clear confessions is reinforced by manga, anime, and dramas. In these stories, confession is almost a rite of passage, a brave step into adulthood. Children grow up believing that a proper confession is the right way to start a relationship. By the time they become adults, this idea feels natural and deeply rooted. Did your first love involve a moment of courage like this? Risk of rejection, why it's still worth it. Confessing your feelings always carries the risk of rejection. No one wants to hear, "I'm sorry," after opening their heart. In Japan, where saving face is important, rejection can feel even more painful. So why do people still choose to confess? Because without confession, there is no clear path forward. A confession turns silent hopes into a real chance even if it might fail. It's a way of respecting both your own feelings and the other person's right to choose. By risking rejection, you show sincerity, courage, and emotional honesty. In a culture that values endurance and effort, the act of confessing itself is meaningful. Have you ever taken a big emotional risk, even when you knew you might lose? Is it romantic or just formal? Is a Japanese confession truly romantic, or has it become just a formal ritual? When everyone expects a confession before dating, it can feel almost like filling out a form. You declare your feelings, wait for approval, and then officially become a couple. It sounds very structured, almost mechanical, doesn't it? Yet within this formality, deep emotions often bloom. The trembling voice, the flushed cheeks, the courage to speak, all these moments carry real heart. In Japan, ritual and emotion often live together, not separately. A formal act can still be deeply sincere and moving. In your culture, do you separate romance from tradition? Or do they sometimes blend together too? Modern shifts how young Japanese feel today. Today, not all young Japanese people feel the same about confession culture. Some still cherish the tradition, seeing it as a sweet, brave gesture. But others find it awkward, outdated, or even unnecessary. With the rise of dating apps and social media, relationships often begin more casually, texting, hanging out, and slowly building trust. This approach feels more natural to many. For some, a formal confession feels too heavy or embarrassing. Yet, many still crave that special, dramatic moment when feelings are clearly exchanged. It's a mix of old expectations and new freedoms, creating a wide range of styles. What about you? Would you prefer a clear confession or a relationship that grows quietly? Comparison dating without confession. In many countries, romantic relationships often begin without any formal confession. Two people spend time together, share laughs, and slowly realize they are more than friends. No one says, "Let's start dating," it simply happens. In Japan, however, this slow, unspoken shift can feel confusing. Without a clear confession, one person might wonder, are we dating or just close friends? This uncertainty is uncomfortable in a culture that values clear roles and responsibilities. Confession removes the guesswork. It defines the relationship clearly, providing a shared understanding from the start, which feels more natural to you. Letting love grow without words, or confirming it aloud. What it reveals about Japanese society. The culture of confession reveals much about Japanese society. It shows a deep need for clarity, mutual respect, and social harmony. In Japan, people often avoid direct confrontation, but they value clear agreements in relationships. This balance between avoiding conflict and seeking clear understanding is unique. Confession also highlights the importance of defined roles, not just in love, but in friendships, families, and workplaces. Japanese society often prefers structure over ambiguity. A clear yes or no gives everyone a sense of stability. In a world that can feel uncertain, confession provides emotional security. How does your culture handle the balance between clarity and emotional subtlety? Do we need a confession to love? So, do we really need a confession to fall in love? In Japan, confession gives love a clear beginning, a moment both people can remember. It's a bold step facing your fears, risking rejection, and embracing honesty. But in many other cultures, love grows silently, without needing official words. Both ways are beautiful, just in different forms. Sometimes, love needs no words, a look, a gesture. A quiet presence can say everything. Other times, speaking your feelings makes the invisible visible and brings hearts closer. Maybe the question isn't whether confession is necessary, but whether we are brave enough to reveal our hearts. In your life, which way of love feels more true to you? What do you think about this part of Japanese culture? Is it the same where you live or totally different? I'd love to hear your thoughts or questions in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.